Eisenhower right now, Mike, and we have a crash reported on the inbound side of the Ike near 25th. They're on their way there right now. Let's see if we can catch up with them at the end of this report. But I want to give us a look at the dry times. Remember, Skyfox was just over the inbound side of the Kennedy at North Avenue where we had a two-vehicle crash, and it looked like two fire trucks were showing up kind of as we're pulling off, wanting to see what was happening on the Eisenhower. But still, obviously, it's going to cause a lot of traffic. Essentially, your stop and go is starting around the Tri-State all the way in to the junction, and then again past that. A full 55 minutes to an hour on the inbound side of the Kennedy from O'Hare to downtown. 50 minutes on the Eisenhower, depending on this crash that we're going to check out. Might be bumping up pretty soon. 50 minutes as well on the Stevenson. 35 minutes on the Dan Ryan from 95th to the Byrne interchange. As you see, I-57 a little more packed than the Bishop Ford is as you approach 95th. Let's also go over to a crash that's reported on the northbound side at 355. That's kind of starting to cause a lot of traffic. It's at 63rd Street, and it looks like it's blocking at least a couple of lanes. We don't have time to get over there, but hopefully we can give you a look. And it looks like we're still trying to search for this crash over here. We'll keep you updated on this and much more. I'll send it back to you. Or I'll tell you that much. Luckily, yesterday we had low traffic volume with the holiday. But let's talk about what's going on this morning. We had that earlier crash over in Lombard. It was at North Avenue at I-355, so it wasn't actually on the tollway. But now it seems like the Eisenhower is our trouble spot. I told you about that earlier crash outbound on the Eisenhower at Central Avenue. Involved multiple vehicles. It was blocking a left lane and the left shoulder. Now it looks like it just is on the left shoulder, excuse me. And then a crash reported on the inbound side of the Eisenhower near 25th, although I'm not seeing a lot of stop and go as you approach that area. So hopefully it's very minor or cleared already. Let's talk about your drive times if you're coming into the city this morning. 20 minutes on the Dan Ryan from 95th to the Byrne interchange. 25 minutes on the Stevenson and on the Eisenhower. Around 25 minutes as well on the Kennedy from O'Hare to downtown. Anthony and Natalie, back to you. Crashers to say, but actually it ended up being a pavement repair that needed to happen. It was northbound on northbound on the Dan Ryan in the express lanes at 47th. Now there's still a flare that they left over during that cleanup. A couple cars were over on the shoulders blocking a left lane. So cars are kind of dodging that. So be aware if you are leaving the house here in a second. Now we're headed up to the Kennedy and Skyfox. There's a new crash reported inbound Kennedy at North Avenue. That's blocking at least the right lane. We'll give you an update on that. Maybe we'll visit back here at the end of the report. Your drive times right now getting closer to 40 minutes on the Kennedy, Eisenhower, and on the Stevenson. Around 35 minutes right now on the Dan Ryan from 95th to the Byrne interchange. A little bit of trouble in Northwest Indiana. Northbound on I-65, close to I-80-94, next to the tollway. It is blocking a center lane, this crash. Crews are on scene. That's why you see those flashing lights. You know, I apologize for the kind of low camera quality there, but it's nice to have that courtesy of Indiana DOT. Let's have a look at the North Central Service inbound train scheduled for 7:38 here in Chicago. It's operating up to 25 minutes behind. It's due to a gate malfunction. Again, I'll keep you updated. I'll send it back to you.